So it is with great pleasure that I announce to you guys, especially my fellow Yair Rodriguez fans, that Yair Rodriguez is training grappling with Bully B, Bilal Muhammad. I'm unsure if it's actually like Camp Khabib that Yair is training with, but I looked at Yair's story on Instagram, and he's training some grappling moves, more specifically takedowns. He's drilling them with weights, with Bilal Muhammad, who is a notoriously great grappler. So this is amazing news. We finally get to see Yair Rodriguez training and doing something other than kicking pads. I'm happy. I'm very happy. Yair Rodriguez still remains to be one of my favorite fighters ever, top favorite fighters ever. It's just because of the swiftness of his kicks, his striking style is so beautiful to watch, and I really want to see him fight Ilya. I really want to see him fight Ilya just to prove my theory that a tall kicker can give Ilya really really bad problems. And this is a great first step in the right direction. I look forward to seeing Yair fight in his next fight because I'm very sure that he'll come out in that fight being ready for grappling if he ever needs to be ready for grappling. Uh, he'll be ready for it. He'll have what he needs to probably time great sprawls. Maybe by God's grace, even reverse positions. Scramble game should be pretty good. Takedowns, even if he goes on the offensive and tries offensive grappling, hopefully he's great there. It's just really comforting to see him paying attention to a facet of MMA that he apparently has kind of long neglected, or at least it shows that he's at least what he has shown in his previous fights is showing that he's been neglecting grappling, because to get manhandled by Brian Ortega in the way he did is really just humiliating and shows that he has zero grappling, as Khabib would put it, and also zero strength. So it's just good to see him training both the strength with the weights, the grappling with the takedown drilling, and doing it with Bilal Muhammad, no less. It's a great fighter to train with, a great fighter to learn with, especially with grappling. And I think if Yair Rodriguez was able to add a solid sense of grappling to his game, he'd be deadly, deadly at featherweight. He'd be deadly. Um, even even so deadly that he'd be a dangerous fight for Volk. And Volk fucking manhandled him in their last fight, but that was because of uh you know how little Yair knew of grappling, or at least how little he knew of grappling. I think if Yair was able to strengthen his grappling and go into a rematch with Volk, I think he'd look a lot more capable in that fight, and Volk would have a tougher time trying to control the entire fight. Now, Volk did good with the striking. He did really good with the striking, but um, I think if Yair's able to mix in grappling, he can cause Volk to slip up with the striking more. So I just think this is so great for Yair. Featherweight is still really really competitive right now, so I don't love his chances. Or should I say our chances, because I am Team Yair. Um, maybe I would say I would hope Yair actually moved weight divisions just to try it. But if he wants to stay at featherweight, so be it. Do I see him beating a Movsar Evloev or a Diego Lopez, or even a Josh Emmett or Bryce Mitchell? I don't know. I don't know. I don't. Yair is so deadly with the striking. Um, and if he really like catches his opponent really cleanly, it's almost always a knockout. Can he do that against Bryce Mitchell? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'd give him a win against Bryce Mitchell. Could he do that against Josh Emmett? I also think yes. Josh Emmett has a chin on him, but it's the power of Josh Emmett on the offensive that Yair really has to watch out for. But I'm sure he will, because he's really fluid with his striking. So I think if Bryce Mitchell were to initiate ground game and try to, do the same shit Brian Ortega did, then Yair would be in trouble if he doesn't truly improve with his grappling. So if Yair was to go into a fight with uh, Bryce Mitchell, I think he's really got to be prepared. He's really got to fucking do the same shit he's been doing, or at least he looks like he's doing, training them fucking takedown drills and weight training continuously. Because Bryce Mitchell is a grappler, as we all know. So Yair needs to be prepared there. You know, against a guy like Josh Emmett, not much. Against Mavsar, obviously. Against Diego Lopez, not much. Diego Lopez is more of a striker, but he's got grappling. So if Yair was to get Diego in trouble on the feet, Diego could resort to grappling, and that could be problematic for Yair. So all this shit I'm talking about primarily depends on the preparation Yair can put into his future fights grappling wise. And as of right now, it looks like he's paying more attention to it, and hopefully soon he will have put a lot of preparation into it. But only time will tell. And as a Yair Rodriguez fan, I am very pleased with the sight I saw. But overall, you let me know what you think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. But most importantly, subscribe. I love you guys, and I'll see you all in the next.